Wonder Tales.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a hilarious, true-ish story time about the laziest donkey who learns an important lesson about the value of hard work. Once upon a time, on a bright and sunny farm, lived a donkey named Barnaby. Barnaby was very cute, but he was also very, very lazy. While the other animals were busy helping, Barnaby preferred to spend his afternoons napping under the big leafy oak tree. He would dream of fields of clover and avoid any kind of work. Every morning, a kind merchant named Silas came to the farm. Silas sold salt at the village market. He would gently place 2 heavy sacks of salt onto Barnaby's back. "Come on, Barnaby," Silas would say with a smile. "Let's get this salt to the village." Barnaby would huff and puff, wishing he were back under his favorite tree. To get to the market, they had to cross a shallow, sparkling river. One day, Barnaby's foot slipped on a smooth stone. Splash! He fell right into the cool water. Barnaby scrambled to find his footing, feeling very clumsy and wet. When Barnaby finally stood up, something amazing happened. The load on his back felt light as a feather. The salt had dissolved in the river water. Silas looked at the empty bags and sighed. "Oh dear, Barnaby, all our salt is gone." But Barnaby didn't mind at all. He pranced the rest of the way to the market. The next morning, Silas loaded Barnaby with salt again. When they reached the river, Barnaby remembered how light his load had become the day before. He decided to play a trick. He walked to the middle of the river and deliberately let his knees buckle. Splash! Down he went again. Silas was a very clever man. He noticed that Barnaby was falling on purpose just to get out of his work. "I see what you were doing, Barnaby," he whispered to himself. He decided it was time to teach his lazy friend a little lesson about honesty and hard work. The following day, Silas did not load Barnaby with salt. Instead, he filled the sacks with big, fluffy sponges. Barnaby thought, "Ooh, these feel even lighter than the salt. This will be the easiest day ever." He hummed a little tune as he trotted toward the river. When they reached the water, Barnaby didn't even wait. He took a big, joyful leap and landed right in the deepest part of the shallow river. He waited for the load to melt away, just like the salt had done. He closed his eyes, waiting for that light as a feather feeling. But when Barnaby tried to stand up, he couldn't move. The sponges had soaked up all the river water. Instead of disappearing, the load had become 10 times heavier than before. Barnaby struggled and strained, his legs shaking under the weight of the wet, heavy sponges. Silas helped Barnaby out of the water. Barnaby felt very silly for trying to be lazy. From that day on, he worked hard and never tried to trick Silas again. He discovered that the day went by faster when he was helpful, and his naps under the tree felt even better after a good day's work. All right, that's our story time for today. If Barnaby's epic laziness made you chuckle, please give this video a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more hilarious stories and fun content. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Let me know in the comments if you have any funny animal stories. Next week, we'll be talking about the new animal who thought he was a secret agent. You won't want to miss it. See ya!